a great student, incredible study habits, honor courses, academic awards, an amazing work ethic, graduating at the top of the class. These are all terms I would use to describe what happened at CSUN for tonight's two other recipients. My experience was a little different. Actually, my first year was a breeze because I rarely went to class, and eventually I was put on academic probation. Things weren't much better during my second year, although there were some highlights. For example, we had to read War and Peace. It's a really big book. I know it's a really big book because I saw a lot of my classmates carrying it around. I didn't read it. I never even purchased it. I thought about buying the Cliff Notes, but that would also involve reading. Then I had an epiphany. I like movies. Maybe there was a film version available. I scoured the city. Finally, I found a VHS copy. Turns out a long book translates to a really long movie. Almost 9 hours. Yeah, but I stayed up all night and was ready for the big essay test the next day. I was actually feeling quite confident, and I thought I did a great job. That wasn't until I realized I had used some of the actors' real names instead of the characters. That same year, I did my first big college paper for a media class, 10 pages, a bibliography, the whole shebang. I was quite proud of it too. So proud, in fact, that I might have submitted that same paper, with a new cover page, of course, to 4 or 5 different classes throughout my college career. Don't take away my diploma. In fact, I might be reading from that paper right now. Yes, my college experience was sailing along. And I know what you're thinking. So far, it kind of sounds like the Alumni Association might have made a mistake. But here's the thing. I never liked doing things in a conventional way. My entire life and career has been spent looking for ways to stick out, going against the grain and trying to do things in a way no one else was doing them. At CSUN, I found a school that embraced me in the way I operated. I think the turning point for me came during the first speech class. The assignment was to pick a word and to do a 2-minute speech on the definition of that word. It sounded pretty boring to me, and I wanted to figure out a way to make a real impact, so here's what I did. I chose the word entertainment, and then I had a plan, and my plan was this. I'd start the speech, get a couple lines in, and then I would become very emotional. This speech is not going to work. I hate it. This is bullshit. Excuse my language. I can't do it. I ran out of the class. And then I waited. I counted 5, 4. I heard murmurs. 3, 2, 1. And I walked back in. People looked confused. And I went up back to the podium and I said, now that's entertainment. I got a thundering round of applause from the students and an A+ from the teacher. I was being rewarded not only for doing a good job, but for the clever way in which I did it. That experience stuck with me, and I slowly realized I could do well in school by actually doing the assignments, but doing them in my own way. So shockingly, as the years went by, I became a better student. Not great, but better. And I learned to hone my ability to do things differently, and that has served me extremely well over the course of my career. And as I thought about my time at the school, I started to realize how much CSUN has really meant to me. My best friend David, you saw on the tape, went to CSUN, graduated with a degree in computer science. My wife Carolyn went to CSUN and graduated with a degree in theater, as you could tell when she keeps calling me a genius. And who knows where I would be without the internship I got through CSUN. That first job was in the news department of Channel 11 here in Los Angeles. And it just happened to coincide with the start of a brand new network called Fox. And as that network grew, I grew with it. And I stayed there for almost 30 years. And in the process, created thousands of hours of programming, culminating in what literally became the biggest show in the world, American Idol. And some of the people I met during that internship still work with me today at Warner Brothers. Tom, talking to you, and Lori. So as it turns out, I owe a lot of my success to this school. So I want to thank my staff, my friends, my parents, and my amazing wife, Carolyn, for being here tonight, and for the incredible support they've all given me over the years. And I want to thank the CSUN Alumni Association for this terrific honor. You probably made a mistake, but I'll take it anyway.